Welcome back, my Nakamas. Today we talk about the OP04 Tillis. What is better than coming into a week 10 talk about the new nice One Piece leader and starter decks coming out? Yes, coming into this channel and watch the video. But first, guys, right, left, help out the thumbs up button for more awesome content and subscribe because you can win a one nice Shank starter deck, a film deck, pretty nice. Especially cloath mats for margin mats sponsored. Thank you very much for that. With One Piece logo on it, like pretty nice. Look at that, it's brighter than me. Yeah, and what you need to do is subscribe, like, and let me know what your favorite OP04 card is. As a quick reminder before going into this video, guys, we have the post restrictions. So what I mean by that is the new gate characters at 1, Radical Beam is at 1. The stuff they put into the list for the tournaments, I will recognize it here as well, because we don't know if it comes off of the OP04 format, because Bandai don't hit us with a notification. But long talking, we go now into this nice, easy tier list. Let's go. Okay, we're right now at the tier list, guys. We start first with Ace. Ace got sadly hit by the Marco hit at 1 with the block and the Radiant Beam. I think it's still a good rogue deck. Rogue deck don't mean to necessarily being bad, but I think that Marco can pull up more matched wins, specifically with cards they can choose up from their type, like the buff cards, the Emperor card, and stuff like that. And it's always red. Like, I would put it in tier 1.5, but it's like not consistently winning that much, so it's rogue. Along getting quite a bit support, but it's not that good to be so much importance. So I think Arlong is a good tier 2 deck. It's not so much they're getting, but a little bit of that at all. That kind of starter deck, yo bro, maybe next set you didn't do something well, but maybe someday we do all leaders here today. Maybe someday you get something what you deserve. Big Mom, dual type leader, it's hard. A lot of decks will be in tier 2, but it's sadly hard because I don't want to make a tier 3 thing, because it's not really much that necessary. And yeah, I think Big Mom is a tier 2 deck, not that good, but coming to a good leader is Big Mom Mono Yellow. She's pretty good. She's doing a little bit of stuff right now and topping a little bit of tournaments. And Yellow get the Sanji, get the Beach. They had a lot of support they're getting, and I think it's a solid tier 1.5 deck. Change my mind. Let me know in the comment section down below what you're thinking. As well as I think of, hold your breath, Downs. Blue get a lot of support cards. You know that Blue is really good in the next format of getting support. And a lot of meta leaders with Blue in it are in the top tier. And I think that the Crocodile starter deck is a tier 1.5 leader. Hear me out. He can bounce stuff and you can bottom deck stuff with the things. What is pretty good. Blue's pretty consistent, having pretty good events. And I think tier 1.5. The new Crocodile, let me check what he does with you, that we can see what he's doing. So he says, opponent's turn once per turn. When you return a Dawn from your field to the Dawn deck, through one of your effects, add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck. So you're not paying that one what you're doing with the cost. Reducing your life for 1 for that is not like that good. So 7 Warlords is a pretty nice theme. So he is 7 Warlords and Baroque theme, or the Baroque works, what they call. But I think sadly it's a tier 2 dub. It's not that good. It didn't top that quite much if we go for topping stuff like that. And nah, it's not that good. Purple Blue Kaido gets a lot of support. Did play a lot of and didn't manage to top. But we see him a lot of times. It has 1 or 2 tops. But I think this deck is also a rogue deck, like the Ace. It gets more and more support, the deck. More and more support OP05 with the it's not Uta, it's the 4 cost 5000 girl, I don't know her name, with the she fought against Nami, but yeah, it's support. They're getting a lot of support, and what is pretty good about the deck. Dofi, dual color Dofi. No, no lie about that, but this guy is pretty good. Let me show you what he does, and it changed your mind at all, because he's pretty intense. He's a 5000, he can attack, need to say that because not leader much attack can attack. He's purple and green, what is a pretty nice color combining together. And end of turn, set up to 2 of your active donors active. So you can play easily event cards for free. Then you're having you counter Spiderweb, counter up to one of your leader or character claim plus 1000. This battle then set up one of your characters active, so we can block 2 times. And you get a new blocker, but I think the amount is not right here, no. Okay, but you have a lot of stuff you can do with that, and it's played with a little bit of a film engine. But hear me out, OP05 he gets more support that you can combine the deck as a whole of itself and can play it. Check out the cards, buy the cards, they will price up, it's pretty good. Blue Dofi, rogue deck as well. It can win stuff. If you're going first and Perona and have your high roll and stuff like that, and blue becoming a lot of support. So rogue is decks for me that can easily win a tournament without even hesitating and thinking of, wow, Jesus, the deck is pretty good. Ace is one of that as well because it's red. Then we come to Garp. Yeah, we're getting a new Zabo that's better than Garp in the next set, but nope, maybe next set. Iceberg Believers, I can give you a tier 2. I can give you a tier 2 to keep you down. Sadly, this leader does nothing. It's so sad, but yeah. Ivankov for me is maybe next set as well. She don't do that much in the meta. Sadly, have a unique effect, but no. Fujitora. Let's look about Fujitora. He was right here. He's black and green. Has 4 life. Domon, your turn. Give all of your opponent's characters -1 cost. End of your turn for 1. Cost set up to one of your characters with 5 cost and less active. That's pretty nice because you can set character active and can swing with that. What's pretty cool, and he's getting a lot of support in OP05 as well. I think for me and myself it is a 1.5 contender. Not the best one, but I think the combined to set in characters active and do stuff and reduce cost and then do something, pop something. We have a lot of black cards that do that. I think like getting a lot of control stuff in OP05 as well, and this leader will stay up and top, so keep your minds on that. Like Kaido, I will put, oh well, not quite, sorry, some words mixed in. I will put Kaido, purple and blue tier 1. This deck did top something in the beginning of OP04, but then keep less down because the people know how to play with that. But this guy is a beast. Blue getting a lot of support and purple a little bit of that, and combined with that there's a pretty good deck. But the Kaido mono deck is for me as rogue as well, because it's always scary to play with this deck if you have the Onigashima on board and keep rolling up with the 10 cost, 7 cost, 8 cost, big chunky things. I don't know when we get the free leaders with the Luffy free cost, free life leader. Wolf have 6000 like Whitebeard. But yeah, this guy's pretty intense as well, and he can ramp up as well. He's better than Kaido. It's pretty cool, it's pretty cool. Katakuri, topped, get support with the Yamato deck, get support with the new set yellow. I will put Katakuri as a tier 1 deck. I think this deck is pretty good. Have a future side, look at the opponent's life or your life, getting 1+1000 power. You're getting a new support theme with the Yamato deck, like new yellow cards to throw into, and the new set with yellow support. I think this deck can keep up with the meta. Kid, oh, Safe will hate me. no, but Kid as well. Kid is a deck that can put up a lot of pressure and work versus the opponent, and I think it's roguish. It's not like compared to the 1.5 and tier 1 meta, but I think it's a rogue that can top 16 or top 32 100%, because it's unique effect, swing 2 times, and you can build green a lot of discourse about the meta, like putting cards into what you can do with the opponent. Kinemon, you need your whole new support set, then we can talk about you later. King as well. Sadly, this leader does nothing, but the effect is cool. I like King. If people playing King, props going out of you. Sadly, I can put it as a rogue tier, because I was like, there was support cards getting. Maybe he can do something, but he's less than ace. Law. We have not the bird caged right now. So Law is full power with 1 radical beam, so who cares? T1. We don't need to talk about that. Law is pretty broken, like throwing all the stuff away and getting new stuff like that and bounce stuff and play stuff. Law is pretty good. I will put Law quite above these ones, like this right now. We will see later on if keep stealing. Rafi as well is so no, I'm sorry guys. Rafi as well is a rogue deck. It can top like we saw in America. It can top, but he has a quite interesting topping, not so much. Do Kyle, Luffy, Zedley as well. Magalon get a lot of support, but Zedley as well, maybe next set. Nami as well is for me a tier 2 deck. It can win something. The strategy is milling down your deck and win. But I think it's not quite that enough to do something in the meta right now. But with some decks it has sign of kind of good of matchups. Because the longer the game goes, the tsunamis keep rolling. That's pretty good. Kinemon, sadly no bro. But I need to do TF like combined, like this is first one, then Ivankov, then Magalan. Garp is I think better because it's new support card. Yeah, I will do it like this right now. Okay, Queen. Queen is pretty interesting, guys. Queen is pretty interesting. Getting a lot of new cards, new stuff like that, but they have a cool mechanic. We have a 9-drop Yamato that we have. Here's the beach that said up to one of your opponent's leader or character cards cannot attack during turns. It comes out of life as trigger. You can look up yourself what's coming out here, but Queen is one of my leader I will playing. Because he's blue, and blue, like I told you, blue is always good and cutting support, and yellow as well, and yellow is not a quite bad color. Don one, when attacking, if he has, if the total number of cards in your life and hand is 4 or less, draw 1 card. If you have a character with 8 cost or more, so in the late game, pretty cool. You might place up to 1 card from the top of your deck of your life instead of drawing a card. So if you throw something away, you have always the draw power to keep up with your opponent, to countering and keep your stuff alive. And if you are in a quite late game, less of life, you can easily recover 1 life, or maybe with some yellow cards, recover 2 life. That is pretty cool. I like Queen. I like this big chunky boy. And Queen, sadly, it's not tier 1. But I think, for my opinion, it's one of the best tier 1.5 decks. Near tier 1, but sadly not coming quite much as tier 1. Rebecca, one of my waifus, is one of hell of a good deck. Rebecca I will put as a second place. She gets support in OP05 as well, and what makes her special, we find out. She's a dual color leader with 5 life. So having the unique power to having 2 colors and 5 life is pretty good. But the hinge is this leader cannot attack. So you cannot attack with this leader. What's the thing? But you have a unique ability. Active main once per turn. For 1 cost, you may rest a specific number of them cost area, as in 1, yes. If you have 6 or more less cards in your hand. Look at the 2 cards on top of your deck, reveal 1 Dressrosa type card added to your hand and trash the rest. But we're trashing cards for effects from our cards that can combine that with more stronger power. And black and blue, like I told you, it rhymes. Blue's a little bit good, and the Rebecca support cards are pretty nice. And we're getting a net sect again support, what is pretty cool. I liked it pretty much. It's pretty awesome, and I'm like hyped about that. Rob Lucci topped and did manage to keep up in the meta as well, with some little bit of new cards, but it's pretty cool. And I think Rob Lucci itself is tier 1. It's the less stronger tier 1, but it can keep up with the meta. Monkey D. Ruffy, you get it done if something dies, it was, but for me it's like maybe next set pro. Sanji can spam out things, some decks can handle it, tier 2. Opinion. Shanks, maybe next set. Smoker is for me as tier 2 as well. Can keep up. Smoker, really nice effects. Reduced cost is always support. And now we do stuff like that real fast. Okay guys, I know you don't want to see it, But we do that. Rebecca has a better matchup versus Whitebeard, and Zoro is pretty fast, and it can combine with Rebecca. So we do like it. We don't talk about that. These decks you see all the time. You don't want to see these are tier 1 through the nerfs. It's pretty good. We need to see what the Strawbeard came off. If they can compete with the Dofi, what is pretty hard, I guess, and the Katakuri maybe with the support. I will put Whitebeard list down, but Zoro is annoying as hell. Always. Zephyr is a tier 2 deck for the Zephyr believers, you can have that, as well as Yamato is a tier 2 as well. Not bad, Yellow getting a lot of support, and hair effect is not bad as well. If you want to know what's hair effect is, I had hair here. Here you go. Don 1 opponent's turn while your leader, while your life has 2 cards or less, is leader again plus 1000. It's cool. Then you attack with 7k and do something. It's pretty nice. I will talk about this one later on, but just keep your eyes on that you buy your deck, because this leader gets a lot of support with the new set. It's pretty amazing, and the new Purple Ruffy is also good. Keep your eyes on. This deck will be pretty good. Just saying. Vivi, for the last OP04 leader. Quite sadly, we have Fuji in the top spot, right? Yeah, View was a deck that all people like, oh my god, this deck is pretty good, and then like doing stuff, giving rush, and have the high pathetics about stuff like they're playing. But sadly, this deck didn't do much in Japan meta. But we can try here. I hope we see some Vivi guys. I hope as well. But this leader cannot attack as well. She has 5 life, an active main once per turn for 2 Dawn. You might rest to Dom, draw 1 card and give 1 character rush. The draw card is pretty broken and give a specific card rush, but you're always playing cards that having rush or like cost much and are in the late game. In the late game you have stuff with blue and like yellow and green to suspending get over. You need to have a lot of things to protect your cards, and that's the problem with Vivi right now. There's a new leader coming out, a Revolution Army girl, the buffs character that's pretty much better, right, for hair. But Vivi sadly didn't enough. It's for me the less tier 1.5 leader. But that is my tier list in Japanese. Rebecca did a lot of wins because all the people playing Whitebeard. We can't compare about that, but I think Law Story is the most consistent decks. Then come Rebecca, Katakuri, then Dovi, Whitebeard, and Rob Lucci. If you have any specific means about this tier list, want to talk about me, maybe this or this, I have not a track. Oh, there's a voice crack. It rhymes again, Jesus. Then let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Have a nice day, and good luck finding the One Piece.